The Immortal John Hancock here. Today I'd like to do a Does It Work video on the Timex Sinclair 1000. This was a computer that came out in 1982, microcomputer, and its big thing was it was the first computer to be offered commercially for under $100. That's right. And you know, it didn't have color, it didn't have sound, but it had games. And some of the games are actually fun to play. It is a little bit hard to set up and is known to not be the most durable computer. So I'm going to finally unbox this. It's been in my collection for a bit and show you my collection. Let's check it out. Alright, this is my US Timex Sinclair 1000. The overseas equivalent was a ZX81. There was some internal differences, and you know, I got this donated to me and I want to know if this still works. And this is something that I have never fired up. In fact, I do believe this appears to be never been used, and it's hard to tell. It's been in storage a long time, and I wanted to show you kind of what you typically find with these things. Here's the foam box insert for the unit, and it comes with a user manual, and user manual is in nice shape. Looks nice condition. It also had, mine came with a compatible cassette recorder list. And again, these are the type of things that don't get documented. There's a lot of people that show a working unit online, but they don't show like the components of the packaging. I also have a couple sealed games. I really would like to open one of those up and see if they work. I'm going to first see if this unit works before doing that. So here we go. It came with a service contract, a 90-day limited warranty, and an envelope. And it came with power adapter. Came with one of these devices. And these you don't need anymore. This doesn't look like it's been used. It's really nice shape. What you use instead of those are these. And kind of gets rid of that whole purpose anywhere. It also came with standard RF cable, which you plug into the male female adapter. And this is for your cassette tape recorder, and I have one. I do not know if it's compatible. We're going to try to load a game. It came with this, the starter. I don't know where the cassette tape case, or if it came with one. So anyways, this computer came out, the basic package came out at $100, or a little bit under $100. It actually started the price war of these microcomputers at the time, including the TI-99 4A and the Commodore VIC-20. Again, this was briefly around. You know, and once other computers got more popular, this was forgotten because it doesn't have sound and it doesn't have color. So it's really primitive. But it was really just initially to get people interested, the basic process of beginning programming on a computer. I do have a couple rare games, and again, these looks like they were made in the United States. Space Commando and Red Alert, and they're sealed. I would like to unseal one of these and play it. Thinking of you, Reggie. I know that you would break the seal and play it. And I have a couple of the US games, Chess Flight Simulator and Frogger, which I'd like to test the unit with. Also, for many folks, they needed the 16K RAM module. And here's the foam box inside. That's kind of what it was, a two-piece. And it came with this little instruction list. It looks like it had a memory test program, limited warranty on the back. I want to show that. Here's the actual unit. Kind of heavy. And it's a Timex Sinclair 1016. Yeah. This is the first time for me hooking up a Timex Sinclair 1000. I've looked at the manual a little bit and wanted to go ahead and show you the setup here. And so, if you haven't ever messed with one of these, there isn't an on and off switch. And so, essentially by turning it off, Want to show that I've plugged everything in. I have the earphone and mic jacks plugged into the computer. Okay. Want to make sure that I have the audio jacks plugged into the cassette tape player. Again, these are separate, and you know it matters on the compatibility. This is a Radio Shack one. I do not know if it'll work. I have the Frogger game inserted into the cassette tape drive. This needs the Sinclair, Timex Sinclair 1016 needs to be plugged in before you turn it on. And there you go. So with everything, does it still work? You should see a K at the bottom of a screen. That tells you that it is working. So, next up, to see if we can get Frogger to work. Oh, stupid dog. Alright, I have my backup unit here, and I'm going to see if this is going to work. 3, 2, 1. Oh, so it may be hard to see, but there's a black screen here, and I don't know if there's a screen issue or a graphics issue, but it obviously is not working. Oh, so bummed. I also have a ZX81, and I've tested that previously, and that's doing the same thing. So, does it work? No, it doesn't. Alright, I have everything hooked up, and I'm going to go ahead and power on the Timex Sinclair 1000. And it might be hard to see, I again swapped out the TV, and I'm trying to load Frogger. It's important to note that the cables that hook up to a cassette tape player, in the instructions of Frogger, it says only to hook it up with the earphone jack. And I don't know why. If someone out there knows, let me know. So, you load up your Timex Sinclair 1000, you should see a little tiny K in this bottom corner here. That's the only thing you should see. Now, the next thing is you hit J on your membrane keyboard, and it says load. Then you hit Shift, quotation mark, Frogger. Shift, quotation mark, enter. You should get that screen. That is what you need to see. Then you press play. On your cassette tape player, and after about 5 minutes, that's right, 5 minutes. Okay, see that? That tells you it's working. Okay, you just have to let it run. Takes a long time. And what you're going to see is you'll see these lines, you'll see them straighten out on the screen. It's important to know that people, if you're not familiar with vintage computing, it takes a while to load a program. Alright, see the straight lines? That tells you it's almost ready. It should be completing the loading sequence very soon. Very excited. Again, this takes a long time. You know, this is getting close to 5 minutes now. I essentially had enough time to go get a cup of coffee and drink it. And there you go. Voila. Success. And you press P to play, and the controls are as follows. And so A and Z to go up and down, M and N to go left and right. And we'll go ahead and just show you it. It actually works. I'm just ecstatic. I can't believe this works. How many players? 1. Skill level. I'll just do 1. And there you go. It's actually working. There's no sound. And so oh, died. So then he goes to the next screen. Yeah. And that's Frogger. I learned some things doing this video. And first and foremost, just because there isn't a picture on the screen doesn't mean it's broken. 2, the membrane keyboards on these things are fragile. They can be replaced. It has to do with the ribbon connecting certain aspects of the computer inside. And my copy of Frogger on cassette tape from 1981 booted right up. Well, not right up, took 5 minutes. But yeah, I'd like to show some additional games in further videos. I am looking for additional cassette tape games. Again, thank you so much for taking time out of your day to look at my videos. I had a lot of fun with this one. This is the type of stuff I like to do, the oddball stuff, the stuff that not many other people are going to talk about, and try to talk about in detail the packaging and how to actually load one of these vintage computers, which is just hokey in my opinion. I texted a friend afterwards saying, oh my gosh, I finally got this to work. Again, thank you so much for all the views, likes, and subscriptions. It helps me out so much as I march towards my new goal of 60,000 subs. Also, I have a Patreon. For as little as $1 a month, you get an exclusive video. Thank you so much. I look forward to doing 3 videos a week. This is the Immortal John Hancock. You take care.